Air India is now going to under Tata Groups. When Mr. Ratan Tata ji tweeted this post, we felt overwhelmed. Many people may not know that Air India was basically belongs to Tata Airlines, which was started by JRD Tata. So in this video, we will discuss about rise, fall and again rise of Air India. So let's begin. Do you know it was JRD Tata who started the airline company with capital of 2 lakhs. Tata's first flight was on October 15, 1932. The flight was an airmail service, took off from Karachi and landed in Bombay. And you know this flight was flew by JRD Tata. Yes, it's true. You heard it correct. He himself flew it. In 1946, the aviation division of Tata Sons was listed as Air India. And in 1948, the Air India International was launched with the flight service to Europe. You may not believe it, but when Vijayalakshmi Pandit, who was Indian diplomat and politician, went first time to abroad to maintain foreign relationships, for that travel she didn't use any foreign airlines and she used our own Air India for her travel. So, you know, Singapore and Malaysia sought the advice of Air India management when setting up their state airlines in 1970s. Yes, they took our Air India as role model. But the sad news is, in 1953, Air India was nationalized. Not only Air India, like other 8 airlines also nationalized. Overnight, the business of running airlines by private citizens was made illegal with severe punishments. At that time, JRD Tata tried to warn the government like running an airline is not like running a government department. Roads and railways are fine, but airlines are capital intensive. They need 35 times more capital. To sustain in a profit, you need to fly yearly 2,500 hours and the current capacity was just 500 hours. With all these points, JRD tried to convince government, but government was following socialist principle and government not agreed and they made aviation as nationalized. In 2004, the Air Corporation Act created 2 airlines. First is Air India International for international flights and second is India Airlines Corporation for domestic lines. But what JRD Tata told was right. After few years, aviation started in losses because politicians can avail Air India freely for their personal travel along with their family. Only domestic flights were in a profit. So, the smart aviation minister at that time decided to buy 111 new planes which cost 50,000 crores. And at that time, Air India's turnover in total was worth 7,000 crores. So big loans were taken to buy these planes, and what do you think? Who is going to pay these loans? Yes, obviously, they will use our money which we are paying as a tax. But the company had huge loss. The reason behind this, no proper planning from the government after buying these planes. To compensate these losses, after 2007, 2 airlines were merged, which was international and domestic. But after this situation became worst. But still the real story is ahead. Air India was snatched from JRD Tata, but Mr. Ratan Tata long wait came to end after 67 years. Finally he took back Air India. So the long dark night for Air India came to end. I feel so happy to tell you Tata Sons won the bid for Air India. The important thing to understand, the company which is already in this much loss, so after buying, the buyer also agrees to take on debt of company. Tata is not just buying Air India, it is also taking responsibility of paying off part of this debt from the government and from the taxpayers like you and me. So from this movement, Air India's Maharaja will welcome us in proud and style, and this is homecoming of Maharaja. Never give up because great things will take time. If you like this inspiring story, then share with your friends. Thanks for watching.